Hello, good morning guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back today with another video. Today it's all about the hair. Let me just show you guys real quick what my hair is looking like. Today I'm doing a braid out, but I just wanted to show you guys real quick how I do my braid outs. Obviously, the braid out is just simple braids going down. But for me, what I always do is that I'll always leave room at the root. I never tie or braid my hair down to the scalp. I always make sure that I leave give at the root because I don't want to induce more tension on the hair than necessary. So that's what my hair is looking like. I'm gonna try and get a thumbnail in there. Hopefully one of those work. So let's get into the video. So I have everything written down here. I only have 15 questions that I'm gonna be answering today because I really don't want this to be a very, very long video. But I'm gonna go straight into it. I really love these braids. I might do them again. I love the way they look, just like this. Like, I don't know. I like it so much that I really don't even want to take it out. It's a really pretty braid. Actually, let me take a picture. Well, nonetheless, this is a braid out video, so we're gonna do just that. So I'm gonna start with the first question. So the first question is, how do you curl your sister locks as they get longer? So I curl my sister locks. My number one way of curling my sister locks is braid outs. I love braid outs. They're easy, they're quick, they're easy. Like this braid out, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locks on this side, and I have 6 also on this side, if I'm not mistaken. 6. Wait, let me just make sure. I think I should have a total of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have a total of 12 braids. They take me, on a good day, maybe about like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half, and about to 2 hours. That's how long they usually take me to do. And my preferred is a braid out because it's the easiest. But I also love pipe cleaners. Pipe cleaners are so beautiful. And I've never done flexi rods ever before in my hair, so I definitely would love to do that. So question number 2 is, how many locks do you have? So when I first did my when I first had my sister locks installed, I counted my locks. I had a total of 520 locks. I'd say give or take. I think it was like 520 or 21 locks. But since then, that was almost 7 years ago, within that time, I have combined some locks. There's some locks that have broken off, and some of them that I have been able to restart. So I want to say, like a rough estimate, I do still believe that I have about, give or take, 510 locks on my head. Just a rough estimate, just based on locks that has been combined, and locks that had been lost. I would say anywhere from 505 to 510. So did you ever experience dry scalp, and how did you combat this if you did? So dry scalp, I experienced dry scalp at the beginning of my sister lock journey. I experienced dry scalp for the first year and a half of my sister lock journey. And I think that my dry scalp really ended when I started using oils on my hair, on my scalp. And I started using oil when my hair locked, which was about the year and a half range. Now, I do know some people, oh, got a little hair on my lip. So I do know that some people do not use oils at all on their lock journey. But the way I combated dry scalp was just using oils. When I couldn't use oils, I just really just tried my best to stay sane, especially when it's really, really, really dry. I don't have flaky scalp, but I did experience dry scalp. So I know that's not really much help, but that's what I did. I just literally just stuck it out until I was able to use oils. Okay, so the fourth question, did you experience an uneven thickness and strands of your sister locks? This is a very common issue. When I first started my sister lock journey, my ends were just a little bit, like, notably enough for it to bother me, was thicker than the rest of my hair. And I know that people do experience having thicker ends. When I was experiencing my thicker ends, I did think about cutting them. I wanted to cut them, but I just decided to just let my hair do what's gonna do. And that's what I did. I let it go. I didn't cut them, and I let them do, like, I just wanted to see how it would turn out, if it would end up fixing itself. And it did. I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but I did not cut mine. Was mine really, really bad? To me, they were. Maybe in hindsight, they're not as bad as I thought they were, but to me, back then, they felt a little bit too thick. It looked off to me, and it did bother me a lot when I first started my lock journey. So yeah, I did have the same experiences. No, I did not cut them. I just let it do its thing, and it eventually worked itself out. Do you henna your sister locks? I did henna my sister locks. I used henna once during my sister lock journey. I have a video on my channel about that, about my henna experience. And I also have a short, kind of like a reel on my Instagram showing the process as well. Yeah, so that's your answer. I did henna my sister lock. Would I probably henna it again? I'm still not convinced. I may use henna because I did a henna indigo combination. I may still use henna itself in my hair, but I do not think I will be using indigo anymore in my hair. Okay, so the next question is, what are your daily practices for self-confidence? This is a really nice question. So my daily practices for self-confidence, wow, I think working out gives me a lot of confidence in just building strength. A lot of, I do also, I mean, this sounds weird, but I talk to myself, and not in like a oh, just talking to you, but I literally like have conversations in my head to myself about, you know, just like, you know, girl, get it together, girl, you could do it, girl, you know, I'm always girl in my head. Like, you know, you can do it. I try my best to watch what I say and to try and keep positive things in my mouth about myself, because, you know, people do tend to say negative things about themselves, like they're not conscious of it. So I try my best to say positive things about myself. I do look in the mirror. I do say affirmations to myself about myself. I do pray. I do meditate. I do those things. Do I do it every day? No, I would be lying to say I meditate every day. I pray every day. I say self-affirmations every day, but I do try to make it something that happens in my life regularly. If at least make sure it's sprinkled in during my week. And also just trying to keep my body fit, and also working on my skin, stuff like that, and making sure I'm taking care of my hair and just taking care of myself. So I guess those are practices that I do to help me stay confident. Okay, so do you have 4C hair, and is this the smallest size sister locks or medium? I used to think that my locks were one of the smaller size locks, but the reality is that no, my locks are not the smallest. There are far more like small sister locks out there. My sister locks is more on a medium to small. I do have some larger pieces in the back, which I'll probably try and show you later. But yeah, this is how the braid out is looking so far. Guys, I love me a good braid out. I love me a good braid out. Okay, next question. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't answer the second part of that question. Do you have 4C hair? Yes, I have 4C hair. This is 4C hair. Before I had my sister locks done, my hair is very tightly coiled. I do have some curl definition when my hair is moisturized, more defined in the back. So I'll say the back of my head is more of a 4B. 4A, 4B. The front is, in fact, I do believe is a true 4C hair. So yeah, I'm a 4C. Do you still use a hair steamer? No, I don't. It's because it's currently not with me. It's in another location. And also because it's so bulky and it's just not practical. So I do plan on getting another hair steamer, something more portable. I do see different options on Amazon, and I do intend on buying them. I don't know when, but I mean, it's the summertime in New York now. It's gearing towards into spring, and then it's gonna be summer. So I don't experience a lot of dryness in the summertime, but in the winter, baby, I do experience some dryness. So I am definitely gonna try and get my hands on that before the next winter. Okay, was the henna hard to wash out? Was there any residue of henna left on your hair after you washed it? Yes. The reason why I'm really unsure as to whether I'm going to continue the henna indigo treatments is because of the fact that the residue is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, it took weeks, maybe even months. I was still seeing color like months after I did my henna treatment. And I think that's more of the indigo than the henna itself, because when I washed out the henna, it went without a hitch. When I initially first henna my hair, went without a hitch. It was easy, it was perfect, everything happened smoothly. But when it was time for the indigo, the indigo was not trying to leave my hair. It was not trying to leave my hair at all. At all. And yeah, I was really frustrated. It was a really frustrating process to apply. It was a very, very annoying to apply to begin with. Now taking it off was also a headache. And honestly, I do love the color. The color was the color, I like that deep black, dark color, and that's just my preference. I like jet black, that purple, jet black, purple black, I mean not purple black, blue black color, and that's my preference. But I don't want to use box dyes, but I'm just in a space in which I don't know if the wahala of the henna, of the indigo, is worth it. I don't think that it's worth this trouble, especially for how long it takes for it to leave your hair. Oh my god. Okay, so the next question. This video is getting a little long. The next question, does sweating affect your retights? Do you have any tips to help preserve your hair while working out? I don't have issues with working out and sister locks. Honestly, I actually feel like sister locks makes it easier. Sister locks makes it easier for if you're working out than if you're doing like a traditional retwist, because you know with the retwist you can sweat your hair out, but with interlocks, even when you sweat, it still doesn't really mess up your hair up extremely that bad. At least that's not my experience with my hair and my hair texture. Now somebody else's experience with the different hair, with the different hair texture may be different, but for me, working out does not bother my hair. I can get a fresh retight and work out that same day and be good. And I do sweat, maybe not as profusely as other people. I will say, I may not sweat as profusely as other people, but I do sweat, and my retights usually does stay put. What would be my recommendations? I honestly don't. I'm not sure. Maybe explore like silk. What do you call it? Workout bands that you could put at the top in the front of your hair and tie that while working out. Maybe that would be helpful. I'm really not sure. Anybody, if you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comment section in reference to that question. Okay, so the next question is, did you lock your hair in Nigeria? So this is from somebody who's out there in Nigeria. For people who do not know, I am Nigerian. I was actually born in Nigeria. I was raised in America, but I was born in Nigeria. And no, I did not get my locks done in Nigeria. I had my locks done here in New York, in Brooklyn. And yeah, I do not know. I know I've had this question asked before about, do I know people in Nigeria that does sister locks? I currently do not know anybody in Nigeria that does sister locks. If I do find out somebody who does sister locks in Nigeria, I will share that information for people who follow me from Nigeria. Yeah, and I think that's that for that question. So the next question is, can you move from micro locks to sister locks, or would you have to restart the process, I guess, by cutting off micro locks? Now this question is a little interesting, because I mean, the way I see sister locks as a type of micro locks. Like, essentially, micro locks are locks that are very, very small, which sister locks fits that category. And I know that also people that do not use the sister lock technique identify their lock method as micro locks opposed to sister locks. But I think you can see them interchangeably. You can achieve this look, the sister lock look, through micro locks. Do I think, and also in some cases, getting micro locks can be cheaper than getting sister locks, because sister locks is a patented brand, and they do hold trainings, they do have certifications and certified consultants who go to the sister lock company and get trained to do sister locks, and they use sister lock products, sister lock tools. So there's like requirements for you to be able to produce or install actual sister locks. But you can get the sister lock look with micro locks, so it's not as expensive in some cases. I mean, they may not use the same technique as sister lock, but you can get the same look, the same result, just using they use the interlock method. And yeah, it could be, it could be a better option for depending on your circumstances. a person could install their own micro locks. I've seen people do it on YouTube. It's possible. It just depends on your level of perfectionism. Do you want it perfect? Do you want to make sure you get it done by a professional? If you go to somebody who's a sister lock consultant, there's a little bit of level of guarantee, not a guarantee, but you feel more secure that this person knows what they're doing because their work has been vetted, because they do go through a vetting process. They do have to present their work to people from sister locks before they can get their certification, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, that's what I knew. That's what I know to be true. But if there's more to it, definitely share it in the comment section. So the next question is, do you still do ACV treatments, and how often do you use it? ACV treatments. No, I have not done an ACV treatment in a long time, at least not the full process, soaking process. I have used ACV many a times in my hair, while showering, while shampooing my hair, while washing my hair, because ACV is just great for purifying and cleansing your locks. So I have not done the full ACV treatment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely check out my ACV treatment video. I will link it in the description bar. I haven't done that full process in a long time. I think that was the last time. That video was the last time. It was the first and last time I did that, only because it's just my my living circumstances just didn't permit me to do it the way I would like to do it at that time. But I would like to do it again soon. It's been a long time since I did that last video, so, but it doesn't mean that I haven't cleansed my hair. I have used ACV, just not in a soaking method, and I would like to really just do that soon. So the next question, it's a couple of questions in one, so I'm going to break it up. What's the shrinkage like when you install sister locks? So what's the shrinkage like when you install sister locks? When I first installed my sister locks, or I didn't install it, but when I first had it installed, my hair was blown out. My hair was blown out. So when they installed it, it showed more length than, obviously, when I washed it for the first time. It all shrunk up. So my hair was about here. I think it was like 7. I think this also asks the next question. Actually, let me just finish reading the full question. It says, what is the shrinkage like when you installed sister locks? It may be different from person to person, but how long was your hair, your loose natural hair before, and how much did it shrink when the locks were installed? Okay, so like I stated, my hair was about 7 to 8 inches when I had my locks installed. That my hair was that long because I had cut it. I had been loose natural for 5 years prior to getting my sister locks, so my hair would range about anywhere from 7 to 18 inches at that point. But if you know anything about sister locks, the longer your hair is, the more costly it would be to install sister locks. So I did cut my hair. My hair was about 7 inches to 8 inches when I first had it installed. And when I had it installed, it was blown out, so it was stretched out, so it was about shoulder length. When I washed it for the first time, my hair shrunk up. So it does shrink. It is normal. Your hair will continue to kind of just shrink up. After a couple of years, you do start to see more of the length, because you stop, your hair, has already shrunk up, it's already locked up, and then all you get now is just length, and you're able to retain, or you're able to see more length. So yeah, it does shrink, but I think, honestly, to be honest, I really didn't really see like significant like length growth in my hair until about until about, I'll say maybe like 4 years. I mean, it could also be because, growth maybe have been there and I just, wasn't really seeing it. But I really didn't experience or didn't really see a notable like hair growth that I was just like, yeah, my hair is really growing until about the 4th year. Okay, so the next question is, I'm trying to know and understand everything before I get sister locks. So this girl I'm going to go to, she told me that she does traditional sister locks. So sister locks are called traditional locks? ? That's an interesting question. So I've never heard of traditional sister locks. I've heard of traditional locks, which is the standard locks that people carry on their head, which is done with the interlocking. I mean, traditional locks can be done with interlocking method as well. But typically people do palm rolling for traditional locks. As far as traditional sister locks, I do want to break down sister locks in general. Sister locks is a patented brand. I don't know if I'm using the right word by using the word patented, but they are, I think I am using the right word, patented, meaning that you can't use, if you're not producing genuine sister locks, or if you're not installing genuine sister locks by a certified sister loctician or a consultant that's certified or a trainee, you cannot use the term sister lock legally. So some people do indicate variations of that term by saying, that they install micro locks, that they do interlocks. You'll hear that terminology used instead of sister locks, mostly because of copyrights and because people don't want to get in trouble by using something that they don't have permission to use. So people do tend to use different variations of the word. I've seen people use different spelling of the word. The sister lock company uses the spelling of S-I, like sister, and then lock, L-O-C-K. And I've seen other people use different variations by using the word L-O-C. This could be another way that the person is trying to, not be, not use the sister lock name by itself, but by indicating it as traditional sister locks and maybe marketing it. It may be the same look and aesthetic, but maybe not be certified. Definitely inquire. I could be wrong. The person may be certified, and that may be just a term they choose to use just to indicate that it is real sister locks, not micro locks and all that jazz. I'm almost done. I got 3 more in the back, but you guys can see why I love me some braid outs. Braid outs are just, ooh, they be given. They be given. I digress. So that could be a reason why the person used that term, traditional sister locks. But I have like 3 braids left to take out, and I'm done with my questions. So I'm gonna just talk about a couple of things that a couple of questions that I come across a lot, whether it's on my Instagram or my YouTube, just offhead questions that I've seen people ask me. I see people ask me a lot about my hair. Oh, I see. Do you guys hear that? There's like somebody yelling in the background. Sorry. So a lot of people ask me about my hair, about the moisture, the luster of my hair, and ask what do I use. I don't use anything crazy currently. I only use grapeseed oil for the length of my hair. I make sure that my hair is moisturized. I usually just use water. I used to use other things. I haven't found what really works for my hair, honestly. I haven't found what really works for my hair, but currently what I do is I I use shampoo and I use conditioner currently with my hair. But what I do with the conditioner is I don't just use the conditioner regularly. What I will do is I will mix the conditioner with some water, more parts of water, and I will apply it in I'll shake it up until it is fully mixed up, and I would apply that on my hair, and I will make sure I thoroughly rinse it out. I make sure it's thoroughly rinsed out. I do not use hot water to rinse it out. I use either like lukewarm, and sometimes I even I use cold water at the end, just to, you know, also so it keeps the smell good, so it still smells good and still stays intact. And then after I'm done with that, what I'll do is, while my hair is still damp and obviously still has the moisture in it, I will use grapeseed oil through the length of my hair. And I also use other oils on my scalp, growth oils. I do sometimes use a little bit of heavy oils on my scalp. Some parts of my scalp, like in the front of my hair, I do use a little bit of castor oil. It's something that I've used on and off for a while. Also because just to, you know, to help it grow, to keep my edges strong and stuff like that. Now, I might do a full, because I feel like a full video is required for supplements that I use for my hair. I do take supplements for my just for health in general. And the last time I went, I had been really good with taking my supplements. And the last time I went to get my hair done, my loctician, Ife at Sumptuous Locks, was telling me how thick my roots were getting. Like, she was just like, oh my God, your roots are so thick. What are you using? And I was telling her, sorry, this braid is a little tangled. And I was telling her that I started a new vitamin routine, and that I guess is working for me. I personally did notice thickness in places in my hair. I wouldn't say that I do have some thinner place. I wouldn't say thinning place, but I'll say I do have thinner parts of my hair, and I did see thickening in those areas. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I will do a full supplement video about the supplements that I use that's working for me. Okay, I'm almost done. After this, I have one more braid and we'll be done. So I do want to say, please, I may want to do a second part of this video. So I'm going to use this video as a point of reference for you to ask your questions. If you have any questions about sister locks, about skincare, about fitness, about life motivation, definitely put it in this section. I'm gonna try and do a second one of these. The videos are a bit longer as a virtue of the fact that I'm taking out my braids for the braid out. Maybe the next one won't be maybe I won't be doing something like this. Maybe I would. But if you guys like this, let me know. It does take a little bit of time. I might fast forward this part just because it's taking me forever to take this out. But definitely leave your questions in the description bar. And I have one more lock, and I just think I'm just gonna come back, or I'm just gonna sit here quietly for the video until the end, so you guys see what the end results look like. guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm so happy about the turnout. I always love the turnout of my braid outs. They are always bigger than life. The fun has arrived. I love it. I am in love with it. The last braid out I did not get to enjoy it because it was rainy out here and they were literally like gone within a couple of days. So I'm gonna try and stretch these out, take some pics. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm just gonna enjoy it in my own home. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back again. Have a good one.